Welcome, everybody, to Sasha and Goff Live Recorded. I'm Sasha.
And I'm Goff.
And we are back this week with our favorite and least favorite villains.
Villains, baby.
That's right. Now, we can do TV shows. We can do movies. We can do real life. Oh, did you do any real life?
I don't think I did. Yeah, I got a couple athletes. So yeah.
Oh,
that's
okay.
real life.
All right. Yeah. Excellent. How was this one trying to come up with them for you?
You know, not too bad. I'm pretty happy with my list, actually. I have it's mostly movie and TV characters and stuff, but there's a couple that I think, because we play by our own rules,
that's
people
what we
might
do.
Be like, that's bullshit, but I'm like, no.
Yeah, mine's a little bit all over the place, but I like the ones that I thought of and came up with, so we will get to those eventually. If you're new to this podcast, thanks for listening. What should you know? You should know emails, sashaandgoff@gmail.com. Send us a topic that you would like us to do a top 3 and bottom 3 list for. Send us that topic. We put it in that bucket. That bucket at the end of the show will drop and tell us what we are doing on next week's episode. You can also call. Leave us a sexy voicemail, 1-727-266-6469. I know that better than I know my own phone number at this
I
point.
don't think anyone knows their own phone number anymore.
No, you just...
You know who knows our number,
You don't have to call your own...
John Smith.
John Smith, I'm terrified.
No more updates, I hope.
No updates. John Smith, hey man, we're cool. You want to come on the show? Just come on.
Do you want to explain yourself? Tell us what
yourself.
we did you wrong?
Yeah, it's not us, I promise. Unless it's Goff. It might be Goff, but it's not me. So we'll figure that out when we get there. Follow us on Instagram at Sasha and Goff and SashaandGoffMerch.com. Buy the cheapest shirts in podcast history. $12.50 plus shipping. So stock up. You get like 3 shirts, and then you just pay shipping for one shirt because they're all like, 0.7 pounds or whatever. And
brilliant.
Absolutely great. And then you can also go to SashaMerch.com, which I said don't plug last week. But here we are.
You just didn't want me to plug it.
Yeah,
I was going to say it wrong.
Absolutely. Yeah. Say my name wrong. No H in Sasha, by the way. So, anyway, what happened this week? So, another week has gone by. Okay. And I'm just an average Joe. Again, I am a 9-to-5 blue collar.
Yeah, you talked about this a little bit. What does your work outfit look like? Do you wear a suit? Do you wear like a polo?
I literally wear what your shirt is. Okay. And what are you wearing down there?
Shorts.
I wear jeans every day and a different colored polo. I just bought a bunch of $10 polos. They're all a different color. They look exactly the same, and that's cool with my work.
Nice.
Also cool with my work. Everyone talks like a sailor, awesome. So I am not worried.
They let you wear your MAGA hat?
They print them.
Yes.
What do you mean?
I forgot. It's they make merch.
Embroidery,
so
absolutely.
If you forget yours, it's like, guys...
I could be so hateful on this podcast and say crazy things, and they would be like, that's his right.
Yeah.
They would support me at work. Now, other people might not support me so much. But... and by the way, everybody's like the nicest person ever. So
that's good.
It's just making me see things a little bit differently.
Man, I can't. It's so weird. Not like I've ever known you for like working or whatever, but just like right now, based on how I know, like you've been basically working for yourself, driving a truck for the last 10 years or whatever, and now it's like,
dude, I'm telling you,
stationary.
My number one goal now is to fight the powers that make us work a 40-hour week. If you work every day, 9 to 5, which is pretty much what I'm doing.
Yeah.
My soul is dead. What's not dead is like, I like my job. Yeah. I like the people there. I like the stuff that I do. It's interesting to me so far. And that's the only thing that's keeping me from jumping off a bridge.
Okay.
Figuratively, I would never jump off a bridge. I can't find one high enough.
So I was gonna say something a little taller.
No, have I told you this theory about jumping off a bridge? So jumping
Please
off, that's the way I would do it. If we're sitting here talking, I would jump off a bridge. But here's the thing: I was a backyard wrestler.
Yeah.
And I used to jump off of ladders. Every bridge that I go on, I'm like, I think I could survive. I have no self-esteem and I have no confidence in anything, but my only confidence is that I think I could make it out of a bridge.
I imagine you as one of those guys, like if you're standing on a roof, like you see a garbage can or something, you're like, I could make that.
Yeah, absolutely.
I could totally do that.
We were in the city last weekend and I was like, how many stories you think you could jump
That's
and
a great
and
question, because
I
was thinking about that. I was on the roof at work the other day and I was thinking, it's like,
I think 4. I think I could do 4.
And now how would you land? Like, do you have like? Would you try to go into a roll, like one of those, like tuck your legs? Or
I would aim for a car. Is that weird?
Well, no. I mean, that's still an extra 5-6 feet if you're going for the top.
5-6 feet and a little bit of give.
Yeah.
A sidewalk, you're not getting the give.
Even grass.
Maybe a canopy, like comedy,
or an awning.
Yeah,
just
bounce off and then just like keep going.
Which, by the way, have you seen the movie The Other Guys with The Rock and Will Ferrell? And
no.
There's a really spoilers. You know what? No, I won't spoil it because it's a really funny movie. There's something that has to do with awnings and jumping off buildings and that. Anyone who's seen it will know exactly what I'm talking about because it happens like right in the beginning of the movie.
All right, I will check it out. Is Kevin Hart in that?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, doesn't matter. Yeah. So anyway.
Jumping off.
Nobody needs to reach out for help. Is what I'm trying to say.
We're good. Everything is theoretically right now.
Everything is good. This is just like questions that are kind of funny that you get to think about or whatever. So, so now I'm Mr. Blue Collar. I go to work every day. It's 9 to 5, and I hate it. I hate having the schedule.
Yep.
I hate coming home later than I was coming home before, and then I have to still like try and exercise. I have to try and talk to my wife. I try to like read a little bit, and then there's like not much time left because I don't want to stay up late because I have to get up somewhat early, or early for me.
Yeah.
We've talked about it before. I'm allergic to getting up before 7:30 a.m. I get up at 7 a.m. now, and I don't know what's going to happen.
Fight that.
But anyway, I like my job, and things are going well. Now, I'm on my way to my job the other day, and I get a text. My dearest Megan sends me a text, and she's like, something's going on like a block from your work.
Oh.
And it seemed to be possibly like ice related or something crazy that's going on.
You can't get away from these military things.
I live in the Chicago suburbs,
Yeah.
and ICE is now here or whatever, and they're patrolling, and they shot a guy in Franklin Park, which is like very close to where I work.
Shit.
And so the big thing was like, is this an ICE thing or whatever? And so people kept coming into my work. She was like, it's on this street, Foster or whatever street it was on. And I was literally driving by the street. I took a picture of the street because I was on the street that she was telling me. And I was looking both ways and I couldn't see anything. And then a bunch of people started coming into work and they're like, what's going on down there? And we're all Googling and we're all figuring things out. And it turns out there's a company that is, they do like vape products.
Okay.
And the U.S. government, and all of this is alleged or like what I think I read and whatever, so don't sue me. But I believe what happened was that the U.S. government told them, like, you have to stop selling these like Chinese vape products that you are importing because like they're bad.
They're not regulated.
Yeah, they're not regulated. They spy on you. They whatever. You know what I mean? If you eat them,
it's weird that my vape is a drone.
Yeah.
When I let go of it, it just starts flying, and then it comes back to me.
Smoke. Yeah. If you eat the vape, you're full, but only for 30 minutes. These are the types of products that they're selling over there. Mm. And so apparently they gave these people a bunch of warnings, and they did not change their ways.
Wow.
And so the U.S. Marshals were there, military was there. It was a whole big production. There was like 12 TV crews somehow knew to be there. It's on the same street as like the Borders and Customs building, like where trucks have to like bring their truck to get stuff. However that works, it's literally across the street from it. And RFK Jr. was there, and Pam Bondi were there, and they were doing like a press conference like a block from my work.
That's crazy.
It was insane.
Yeah.
And so eventually they confiscated like $13 million worth of vape and vape accessories. So that was a crazy. It's like my second week of work, and this excitement is going on over there.
So where are you gonna get your vapes from then?
I don't know.
It's kind of a bummer. It used to be right across the street. They'd probably deliver them for you.
Yeah.
So now, how does it feel being the new guy? Like, do you feel like you're fitting in, or is it like you still aren't part of like inside jokes? And like you said, a lot of these people, they're not family, but it's like family, so they know each other. They've been working together. So
yeah, it's kind of funny because there were like 2 fights at work 2 days ago.
Hell yeah. You started both of them, but weren't involved in either.
I left, and I didn't even know that fights had occurred. Not like physical, but like arguments.
Okay, still, yeah.
And the next day when I came in, people were like, "That was crazy yesterday," and I was like, yeah, we left 15 minutes early, or what?
But
You know
all
what I
of
mean? Like,
us.
and they were like, no, like this
They sent
happened.
you home 15 early
Yeah.
because they didn't want you to see.
No, it was kind of funny, but no, like I am at this point, like it's weird. It's really weird. I don't want to go too deep into it, but the thing is, like, everyone there is really, really nice, and I'm kind of not used to that. And everybody interacts basically because there's like 20 to 25 people, something like that, and everybody's kind of interacting at different parts, and some are office people, and some are warehouse people, and some work in this department, and some work in that department, and so you kind of see everybody, and everybody's just like, hey, what's going on? You want some Cheetos? I got some It's just yeah, it's a great atmosphere, and everybody seems kind, and like you're like if you're like me, you're like, I'm not saying a word. I don't look at people in the eyes. I'm very like nervous. I'm just kind of like, you have to get to know people, right?
Yeah.
So this is why I have a podcast. I let it all out. Talk about Steve Guttenberg here. I don't do that at
Are we
work.
talking about Steve G today?
Top 3 Steve G movies.
Top 3 Steve G's. Number 1, my
that's
dad.
solid.
Number 2,
Whoa!
Gutenberg.
Wait, did you say 3? Your
No,
dad?
I said number 1.
Oh.
Number 2, Gutenberg, and number 3, Steve. I don't know.
I thought you said 3 Steve Goff, 2 Steve
No.
Guttenberg. I'm like, who is 1? This
I don't
has
know.
got to be a great man. But yeah, it's just like getting used to a new spot is kind of hard. But you went through it recently.
Oh, yeah.
You just switched buildings and stuff.
Yeah, I
like
mean,
that,
I was
so-
still with the same company, but still completely
Whole
new.
new.
Yeah, it takes a while to
Yeah.
understand. Like you said, I think one of the most important things is like, what kind of comedy can I get away with here?
Yeah. I mean, I've heard people say retarded so many
Yeah.
times at work that I'm like, oh.
I've
yeah.
heard far worse at my. See,
Me too.
because-
I'm just
well, I work.
giving a sample.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess I don't have to one up you. It's
No.
yeah. Well, I heard him call.
Yeah. What did they say? Yeah. So it is what it is. It's just the schedule is really a bummer to me.
Now, are you out at the same time guaranteed though, or is it ever just like, oh, hey, today we're working late, guys, or are you a 9 to 4:30 or 9 to 5?
Well, I messed something up this past Friday, so I stayed a little late to fix my error. But no, it's pretty much the same Monday through Friday, and yeah.
You accidentally tipped off the FCC about this vape place.
No, but like I said, it's like I don't like having a schedule. I don't like. It's probably better for me. It's probably better for me to have a consistent thing that, okay, you have to do this, and this, and this, and that's your Monday through Friday now, right? Because I'm kind of like, you get in this groove. But I'm not used to it. The last 8 years, I've been like a recluse. Is that the right word?
Yeah, a reckless recluse.
Reckless Recluse, which is also my new band. Check it out,
That's a good one.
SashaMerch.com.
What the hell was I just going to ask you? Crap. Never mind, keep talking.
Yeah, I don't know. Schedule-wise, just the last 8 years has been out of control, and so like,
I was going to say, are you doing the trucking at all anymore? Like side stuff, or you just kind of...
I told the main company that I work for that like I'm available after 5 if they need me, but they haven't called. And
being respectful.
And I don't know. It's just kind of like I don't think I'm going to be doing it. And so it's a little bit of a wait and see. And also, like, what if this place fires me because I suck? Then I can like go back and start doing stuff.
It's gonna happen soon.
Absolutely. But yeah, so that's U.S. Marshals and vapes.
Good stuff, man. So last week I had a couple updates for you. I got more updates. We got some of our listeners wrote in some fun Goff team names because I was asking a couple weeks ago. So Useless Dave had probably the best one. However, I can't give him full credit for this one because I have used this one. I used this one for my kids, and when he said it, was like, fuck, I can't believe I forgot that one last week. The Goff Spring. Which is wonderful, especially like I said, I call my children that.
Yeah.
All right, so Useless Dave, thanks for that one. Producer Tony, Top Goff, playing Top Golf. Shug texted me a bunch of them. He had Walk Goff Home Run. That's a good one because you're putting the hard K with the hard G, so Walk Goff. Now, there's other ones, though, where it doesn't work because you have a light sound with a hard one like this one, Tax Right Goff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That sounds like one I came up with.
Yeah, okay. Get Goff My Lawn. That's pretty good. If you like our racist.
Did you do golf with their heads?
That's in my other league. I'm currently sitting with that team name. Whooping Goff. Like that one. It's good. Beef Strogan Goff.
Whooping
That's
Goff.
where it's like, yeah.
Wait, whooping Goff is pretty solid.
It is good.
to
That's a
think about.
perfect connecting the G's. And then, but the thing with
beef Strogan Goff?
which sounds like stroking off, actually. I was kind of like, yeah, that's a good
perfect,
one.
yeah.
And then Natasha Roma, it's a MCU. That's Scarlett Johansson's character in the MCU.
Okay.
Giuseppe had the last one, and he said Goff tackle, which I believe is just off tackle.
Off tackle.
Yeah, so.
You know, I was thinking something too, going back to my job for a quick second. Our dear friend Al from Melmec, he texted me.
Okay.
And he was saying that he considers me, or he thinks about me, like talking about the job stuff, kind of like an episode of Seinfeld where Kramer got a job.
Okay.
Do you know that episode?
Maybe.
Oh, okay. I was going to say...
Did you know which one he was talking about?
No, I have no clue, but
Okay.
I can only imagine. And I was like, yeah, I would think something like that, where things are going to go wrong.
Two idiots trying to...
And Megan was like, yeah, he has a briefcase, but there's like nothing in the brief or something.
I vaguely remember that thing. Yeah. And then I got one more thing. I got a present for you, bud.
Oh!
All right.
Wait. It is September
14th, I think.
21st.
21st. I'm positive.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So no, it's not a birthday present. This goes back to our top chips.
Oh,
Okay.
I almost got you a present that was chips related. Oh, the podcast is over, everybody. This is a large bag.
Joni actually bought those this morning, and she handed them to me. I'm like, oh, thanks. Are these for Sasha? And she's like, and then pulled out another bag, and she's like, here, you can have these ones. These ones are for Sasha then.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
so
you,
I
Joni.
found him some potato skins, the TGI Friday. Or I say I found him some. I literally just said Joni found them, but
I'm going to enjoy these very much. So I actually came across a Serbian potato chip that I
Okay.
almost purchased to give you
nice.
for no reason. They're called Smoky.
Smoky?
Smoky.
Smoky.
Yeah, I'll get you some.
I like it.
Maybe next week. They sell them at Caputo's. It's not a big deal. But
Hey, tamper your expectations.
just want to see
bro.
what you think about them. So,
All right, cool. Well, that's all I got for this week.
well, thank you. That's an excellent present. We're gonna keep this up here. Maybe get a sponsorship.
Oh, yeah.
Get some free potato skin.
Good stuff.
All right, time for thumbs up, thumbs down. This is when we talk about what we've been putting inside ourselves as far as multimedia or art or farming equipment or whatever. You want to start off?
Yeah, I'll start off. I just got a couple here. First one, movie called Weapons. Have you heard of this?
Yes.
It's a new horror movie that just came out.
Okay.
I was very, very excited to see this, anticipating it. It came out like a month and a half ago, but it's streaming now.
Who's in it? Who made it? Is it anybody special, or is it just like a completely random thing?
All right, so I was excited about this because the director, he directed another horror movie called Barbarian that came out within the last couple years. This movie's got Josh Brolin. It's got Julia Garner, who was Ruth from Ozark, the curly hair.
None of
I thought you
those
watched
words.
Ozark
No.
with Jason Bateman.
No.
Oh my God. Anyway, all right, she's great in that. So not like a huge cast, but like a couple big names. But I'm gonna try not to spoil anything. All I'm gonna say, I did enjoy this movie. The title though was a little bit misleading for me because when you watch the movie, you'll definitely understand why it's called Weapons. But it's one of those things where I was kind of waiting a long time for what I thought it was gonna be, and it kind of happens, but it's I thought the movie was gonna be more of that. So I was a little disappointed just because it's I don't know, but it was a great idea for a movie, nice original one. And anytime there's kids involved and it's a horror movie, and that's another thing actually.
Wait. Finish that sentence first. Anytime there are kids involved and it's a horror movie,
It just I think it elevates the shit out of it. You
okay.
think of It Chapter 1, the newer versions, when you see a child get his arm torn off or or killed right away, it's just all right, they're going there.
Goff loves child abuse,
child
Pass
violence,
it on.
absolutely. The acting was really good in this movie. Like I said, the story was good. There's some pretty damn good gore. Megan might like it. You'll probably be too afraid to watch.
Yeah, I was going to say, it doesn't sound like it's for me, but...
Yeah, no, I'm talking specifically to her and then a couple of the other... I know Al from Melmec watched this.
I like
He
that you
loved
call it original, though, because you don't hear too many people describe anything as, kind of an original idea
Yeah.
or, whatever. It's good to hear.
Well, this one... So, you're familiar with Jordan Peele.
Yeah.
He's obviously came up as a comedic actor and he directs horror movies. he wanted this movie. Like, he was trying to
Oh.
get the rights to it, but I guess Warner Brothers got it. Warner Brothers is killing it this year, by the way. They've had like 7 #1 movies. But either way, so yeah, for this small budget movie, I think it cost like 10 million or something. I mean, they've already gone like over 80, 90 million, doing really well with it. So,
Well, also Paramount and Warner are about to merge.
because fucking why not, right?
Or
You're
Paramount's
waiting for
about-
Burger King and
about to buy
McDonald's to
them.
merge.
Yeah.
All right, and then the other thing, this is big thumbs
We
up
need
for
the
weapons.
rich to get richer, okay?
Absolutely.
So
Yeah, what are we doing?
yeah,
what are we
don't
doing
turn
here?
the
Start
idea-
donating our money more. But yeah, weapons. So actually, I just said big thumbs up. I'm gonna say like 75% thumbs up, because like I said, I was a little like I was expecting a little more. But anyway,
Slam your thumb in a car door, thumbs up.
whew, yeah. And then
It like
no,
swells a
that's
little.
terrible.
Swells.
And then the other thing, I don't even have like a name for this. It's just another YouTube rabbit hole I went down. You ever watch those videos where it's like a British game show, or just like one of the, like another country, and it's just not even a game show, a talk show where they just have the people with the weirdest laughs, and then one of them starts going, and then they all start laughing at each other. Dude, it sounds like a jungle at night. Just how weird these laughs are. I mean, like, you could literally just Google.
Wait, for what?
Just on YouTube, just Google like talk show with like funniest laughs.
What country?
One of them is in like France, I think. One of
Okay.
them's the UK. But I mean, it's just, you have a couple people talking, and there's like a group of totally normal looking people, and then one of them starts laughing, and it's just like one of them like I can't describe. I'm not gonna describe them, but like yeah, maybe I'll send you a link or whatever.
Say
But
link in our story, in our bio, the paragraph.
yeah, no, you've probably come across these reels in the past, but I mean, it's just it's hysterical, and the sounds that some of these humans like emit, it's just like, it's unbelievable.
Okay.
So yeah, but it's funny shit. So that's yeah.
All right.
Like
How
I said,
how did you get to that?
I think I just saw a reel or something on Instagram, and then from there it was like, I got to see this whole thing, so I YouTubed it.
That's crazy. I just get like touching moments featuring animals and black women. That's it.
Nice. Well, and then actually just like a quick Resident Evil 4. I've been playing that on Switch for the last few weeks. Got back into that. It's one of my favorite games.
Gamer
And
Goff.
Yeah, Gamer Goff. It's kind of like you with work. It's like, this is one of the new things I'm like fighting to find time just to play video games for a couple hours. Today was great though. Yeah, I got up super early. I think, and I saw Joni right away when we let the dog out, and I was like, well, I'm going to play video games for the next 6 hours till football starts. And I think that's what I did. But that's the key, though. You got to get up hours before the rest of the family. But yeah, Resident Evil 4, huge thumbs up.
Okay.
What you got?
All right, so for mine, we're gonna turn the clock back a couple decades here, because I've been watching stuff that I've already seen before.
Okay.
And just, it's been a while. I watched Borat. I don't know if you've ever heard of
First
the movie.
one or the second one?
The first Borat.
Yeah.
Went in, watched it. It's been a very long time since I've watched this from beginning to end. I was kind of... It's an interesting movie, looking at it now compared to what it was 20 years ago, because you miss a lot of you forgot a lot of stuff, like when Borat's traveling through America and he's going to like a rodeo, and they're like, we're gonna hang the gays or whatever, and you're like, oh man, not much has changed in the South or whatever. And yeah, there's just a lot of stuff in there, and it's like, so many times he was arrested during this movie, and so many people tried suing him for this movie, and it's like, it's supposed to be anti-Jewish. It's not anti-Jewish. It's supposed... I shouldn't say it's supposed to be. People say it's anti-Jewish. It's not anti-Jewish. It's anti-Kazakh. It's not anti-Kazakh. It's anti-Romanian, because that's where they filmed like the village scene. It's not anti-Romanian. To me, it's like anti-American. It's a super anti-American film. I'm okay with it, because it's just like, it's what is there, you know? And so I went down that rabbit hole, like during Borat, just like reading the trivia about it on IMDb or whatever. And it's just like super interesting and just a totally different way to watch Borat than when you watched it originally and you were just like, these two naked guys are rolling around this hotel.
God.
I mean, there's so many scenes.
I forgot about that. Jeez.
There's so many scenes that I forgot about that were just like.
Is it Pamela Anderson? His whole journey is trying to find her,
CJ
which she was
from
also
Baywatch.
in Naked Gun, which you talked about last week.
Yeah. I've been Googling Pamela Anderson for decades, but especially this week, the past 2 weeks.
So did you see the sequel?
I did, yeah.
Okay, how was that? I didn't see it.
It was good, but it was even more political because it came out like during COVID or right after COVID or something like that, and it took a long time for them to make a new one because like people recognized Borat, so they were in on it.
Yeah,
and so he kind of had to redo, wait long enough to be able to trick some people.
Do you remember that on my other podcast like a while back when I said Kazakhstan wasn't a real country?
Yeah,
we were arguing about that, and it's like, okay, but it's a fictionalized version in the movies.
Yeah.
So it's still a thing, but like the version he's talking of is obviously elevated to be a lot worse than it is.
The funny thing was after that movie came out, and you remember he had the scene at the rodeo where he sang the Kazakhstan national anthem.
I remember the scene, yeah.
So he sang it to the United States thing. So it was like, Kazakhstan is the best, greatest nation in the... Whatever.
Obviously, yeah, that's bullshit.
Yeah. And then they start booing and all that kind of stuff. Well, apparently, like, at Olympic events and stuff like that afterwards, people have accidentally played that version of the Kazakhstan.
Are you serious?
Yeah. And so people have had to apologize and... like double check to make sure they're not playing.
Why would you even have a recording of that?
I don't know. The world's crazy, man. We're all dumb. Every one of us is a moron at some point.
Yeah.
So like, I just love it. It's fantastic. And so had a great time. It's still a great movie, and it's still worth watching for all the scenes you forget. When he's like at the dinner table with high society, and there's like 3 women, and he's like, people in my country would go crazy for you and you. You, not so much. It's just like so many good lines.
I know it was like in the trailers, but like I still die every time he starts unpacking in the elevator, thinking that's his room.
Yeah, or he goes to the bathroom and in a bag and brings it to the table. He's like, where do I put the... They're like, oh my God.
It's brilliant.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like
really
to an extent, you're just like, this guy's obnoxious as hell, but it's still like, that's what he's doing. So.
And he's so funny throughout. Yeah. I mean, I don't have to tell you Borat's good. But
it's been a long time, though.
But the point is, watch it again if you haven't watched it, because you're going to see so much stuff that you forgot about.
Okay.
The other stuff, this kind of goes in the same realm. Every night the past 2 weeks, I've been going to bed watching either Wayne's World or Wayne's World 2.
Okay.
Every single night, because I don't finish it.
Yeah.
So I just start it. 45 minutes in. Oh, okay. The next night I'll watch like from the beginning, 50 minutes in. And I've watched both Wayne's Worlds to completion. Funny way to say it. Many times over the past 2 weeks. And the greatest movies of all time. And scenes that you forget about. Like, it's so good to go back and watch these dumb movies that I think the highest of. So
one of my favorite things from, I think, the second one is when he gets pulled over by the T-1000, played by Robert Patrick. Yeah. It's just like, even people who didn't see Terminator know that scene. And it was just, I love stuff like that because it's like, was he close? Was he filming like the next lot over? And they're like, hey, Robert, can we use you for 2 minutes? 2 minutes, seriously.
Yeah. I mean, it's a wonderful movie, and a lot of scenes that you forget about, and like people in there who you forget about, and Ed O'Neill, who we talk about, is fantastic.
Can you think of the character or the actor I'm thinking of who's in both movies but plays a different character in both of them?
I can. Chris Farley.
Yep.
Yeah, he's a security guard, and then he's a roadie.
Yep. When he's getting shot with the tennis balls. Yeah. It's amazing.
I've got no place left to go, else to go, however he says it. Yeah.
What's keeping you here? And then, I got no place to go.
When they go to the UK, and they're like, yeah, they sent us to England, and then it's clearly like a very tall Wayne and a very short, fat Garth.
I don't remember that.
You only see the back of them. They're like, here's us at the Buckingham Fountain. Okay. It's clearly not them. That's what I'm saying. Like, all these little things that you forget about are so good in these movies. And then the only other thing I got, 3 thumbs this week, all up.
Nice.
Turnstile, the band Turnstile. I don't know if you've ever heard of this band.
I haven't.
This is the first time we're ever bringing up Turnstile on this show. They did a NPR Tiny Desk concert. You know what the Tiny Desk concert?
No
it's
idea.
like in the offices of NPR.
Okay.
So it's like behind a desk, and they have like massive bands come and play here. It's a big thing. And they just had Turnstile, and they played 4 songs. It's like a 20-minute concert, and it was excellent. And on the last song, they were playing Never Enough, which is their like first single off this last album.
Okay.
And it starts off, and it's slow. And by the way, they had a sax and trumpet player and piano player as well.
That's awesome.
So it was cool. It was like a totally different versions. It was very cool. And so they're playing like this like jazzy type intro to the song, and it's like slow and whatever. And then it goes into like a hardcore song, and all of a sudden you see people. I've never seen people in an NPR Tiny Desk concert. But everyone's like moshing and being pushed over the desk, and then the singer stage dives, like gets up on the desk and they're holding him up or whatever. I've never seen that before on NPR's Tiny Desk stuff. So it was really, really cool, and it's like 20 minutes, so they're all fun to watch, like all those concerts.
Yeah, I know NPR, obviously. I didn't know that. Very cool.
So that's it. That's all my thumbs up, thumbs down. That's all your thumbs up, thumbs down.
That's it.
And that means it's time for our favorite and least favorite villains. You want to start? Or you want me to start?
I'm going to start off. Let's do something we don't do very often. Let's start with our bottoms.
Okay.
Okay? All right, my number 3 goes out to Negan from The Walking Dead. Just an over-the-top obnoxious character. I've been using the word obnoxious a lot lately, maybe because everything's obnoxious to me. But Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
You've been saying it a lot towards me.
Yes, just literally to you when we're not even recording.
You are obnoxious.
I feel like, so I used to read the Walking Dead comic books, and he was just not the right person, I thought, for that role. I know you're not really familiar with The Walking Dead, you know of it, but
yeah.
So this character they brought in, Negan, was like huge in the comic books, and then when they brought him into the TV show, a lot of people are like, no, he's not going to do what he did before. Yeah, and he killed like 2 of the main characters right off the bat with a barbed wire baseball bat. Very brutal scenes. But just the character portrayed on the TV show by Jeffrey Dean Morgan is just so smug and gets annoying real fast.
That's obnoxious.
It is very obnoxious. So think of that for every time he's on screen. So yeah, Negan from The Walking Dead, can't stand him.
Okay. The way that I did my least favorite villains is people who I think did a great job of being a villain.
Okay.
So my number 3 is Shooter McGavin.
Nice.
And the reason why is when I watched
Shooter
Happy Gilmore when I was young,
mm-hmm.
I thought he did a great job of making me not like him. I was not a fan.
Yeah.
But then, like, the new movie, I'm like, oh, Shooter McGavin.
Hell
like, I'm
yeah.
excited to see that same person playing Shooter McGavin.
Mm-hmm.
But I remember that first movie, I'm like, I hated him, and he was just very good at being just a jerk.
One of his best lines is just the, diet.
Yeah.
Whatever. It's just at that point, you're like, God, this guy sucks.
Yeah, he does such a great job.
Pepsi.
And so
diet.
He's my least favorite.
All right, so this is another one. You won't really know this, but I was just talking about the game. From the Resident Evil series, the character Wesker. He's just like, I don't know. I think it's also because of the way that these games are made. The narration is so bad. And that's part of it. Just like a stupid character. He's around too much. He's in all the movies too and everything, and like that's usually just like a cheeseball actor playing him. Okay. And I just wish they would stop using him as the villain. It's like, come on, I've killed this guy in many games and he keeps coming back. So Albert Wesker.
My number 2 is going to be a combination. It's from a comedy movie. Paul and Beverly Bavish. Does that name do those names? So that's Rob Lowe, and I forget the lady's name. But they are the Tommy Boy.
Oh, yeah,
villains.
yeah, okay. Right when you said Rob Lowe, I was thinking that.
Yeah.
And it's Bo Derek, right?
That's who it is, Bo Derek. And they are that's one of them that they just got under my skin as that, like, once again, they're acting, right? So how bad could it be? There's clearly worse villains in the world, but they just got under your skin so much. I hated Rob Lowe in that movie.
I guess I mean, I have to do this with all of yours now. When Rob Lowe sits down next to that, like, the tube, the shipping thing, and it rips his shirt off, and he's just like, I gotta go.
Yeah.
Just like, oh, he's great.
And that's one where you're like, when you find out they're working together, you're like, oh, no!
Yeah.
So that's my number 2.
Son of a bitch. All right, my number 1, and I hate to say this, but it's Katie Seagal, however you say her name. Her character, Gemma Teller / Morrow from Sons of Anarchy.
Okay.
Did you watch that?
I didn't. I've heard great things about her in that.
Yeah, maybe it is one of those, like, she plays it so well. She's just fucking despicable.
Wow.
And it's like, you really want to, it's like The Sopranos. You're rooting for villains the whole time. So you have to just really, kind of put all that moral stuff aside. But she is just a fucking evil character. Like, she's very manipulative.
Yeah.
And when, spoiler for a very old show, when she does meet her demise, it's one of the greatest scenes, and you're very happy, and you're doing jumping.
Cheering.
Yes,
Nice.
I swear to God.
Okay.
So, yeah, that's my number 1, Gemma Teller.
All right. My number 1 is a real person who I think does a great job of getting people to hate him.
Okay.
Jake Paul.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Jake Paul is arrogant and I don't know.
Is that the wrestler or the boxer?
That's the boxer.
Okay, yeah.
The wrestler, I also think, is kind of annoying in like the way that age group of people I think are annoying. Except I think he's a very good wrestler, so I'm like kind of a fan.
Okay.
But his brother is just, he beats up old boxers and like, I don't know, it just puts a bad taste in your mouth. I haven't gotten to the point where with him I'm like I get it. I get why he does things. It's like to build up how bad and people want to watch it and whatever, but he just seems very unlikable.
Yeah, no, that's to go back to that Tyson fight. It's like, I want to see the real fight.
Yeah.
I want to see them both actually fighting.
Yep.
He's always going to have that in his, it's like, hey, I beat Mike Tyson. But we all watched it, and it's like, I hate to be that guy that's like, bullshit, but it's like, no, we all watched it.
Yeah.
We're not being bitter. All right.
Disappointing.
Yeah, very disappointing. All right, notables. I got an athlete here, a Chicago athlete, Michael Barrett. He's the one that punched AJ when the huge fight started.
Okay.
That's not the only reason. He's just, and it's fun. I'll spoil it. AJ's in my other list. I'll get to that.
Okay.
But Michael Barrett, I think it was,
funny.
if he was on the Sox, then it would probably be reversed. But he's the one that punched AJ and then got his ass kicked by Scott Pasednik. It was awesome.
That's funny. Like, I remember that, and I was like, why do I know that name? And then once you said it, I was like, oh, okay. I totally forgot. I got an athlete too. Tom
All right,
Brady.
well, let me finish. Was he your number 1, or is that your Poe Notable?
Poe Notable.
Okay, Tom Brady?
Yeah.
That's a pretty easy
hateable,
one. Yeah.
Villain, but I don't really care, so that he didn't make my list.
It's all good. I have Michael Jackson, but only in the Thriller music video, because that is the scariest fucking thing I've ever seen in my life.
Okay.
In the very beginning, when he turns into the werewolf, that will always be cemented in my mind the first time I saw that.
Yeah,
I
that
literally
was scary
ran
and
out
creepy.
of the house. Because, when he, go away! Like, the transformation is scarier than what he actually looks like at the end. So, Michael Jackson from that video scared the hell out of me.
That's the only way he's ever been a villain, so...
Yes. All right, and then my final one, Christopher Lloyd as Judge Doom in Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Ever seen that movie?
Not at all.
It's an awesome movie because,
Okay.
it's one of the first ones that fused, animation with actual, live stuff. So Bob Hoskins plays, like, the movie takes place in a place called Toontown, which is essentially like Warner Brothers, but it's like you can go into this world where, like, the cartoons are alive. And Christopher Lloyd plays, like I said, he's called Judge Doom, but at the very end of the movie, it's revealed that spoiler, that he actually is one of these toons, and, like, his voice gets so, like, a screeching, and, like, his eyes turn into, like, daggers, and it's just one of those things as a kid, it's terrifying.
Okay.
And I mean, even I watched that clip recently, it came up in my reels for whatever reason. I think that's why it was fresh in my mind, but it was like, is Christopher Lloyd still alive? I think he is.
I don't know. I always confuse him with the guy who's in Home Alone.
Daniel Stern.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I shouldn't.
I
They're
think
two
they're
different
both-
people
yeah.
and they're nothing alike, but I always confuse them.
I don't know. I could think of much further.
when one of them was in Back to the Future.
That's Christopher Lloyd.
Okay,
Yeah, it's
and
Doc
I've never
Brown.
seen him. I've never seen that movie.
I've never
so-
seen the third one. The first two, at least, I can say are definitely good. So,
All right.
anyway, that's my notables.
Yeah, I got Tom Brady. I got like Newman came up while I was looking at things, but for me the villain is Seinfeld because I'm on Team Newman. So
Yeah, how's
do
your
Seinfeld.
rewatch going for that?
I haven't watched any since we
Oh,
last
okay.
talked about it.
Wow.
I don't have time. I am a blue collar working individual.
Yeah.
Except I work in an office. Does that change the color of my collar?
Depends on how much money you make.
Oh, I don't make any money.
There you go. Blue collar.
Okay. And then Bill Laimbeer was one of them, former Detroit
good one.
Piston who got under the skin of many people
Good
and
God.
just punched
I
people
watched
and-
those clips. I mean, the ones
Yeah.
where he's tackling guys in the air, it's just like, how the fuck did they get away? And they were just so like,
I know, and that was just a regular foul.
It was
type
just
thing,
like,
yeah.
whatever.
I will say Bill Laimbeer's Combat Basketball for the Super Nintendo, I believe, is one of the greatest basketball
That's a real
games.
game?
Yeah, it's one of the
Combat basketball?
It is the best
love
game
it.
of all time. You're like a machine. It's like futuristic.
Okay.
And you like tackle and hit people and
Yeah.
steal the ball, and it is a fantastic game.
Well, that's funny you mentioned that because I was just going to ask. So there was, for Sega Genesis, there was a football game called Cyberball, which was just football with robots.
Okay.
And then there was a baseball one called Base Wars. So I guess this is
Oh.
the basketball version of that.
Well, there was that. There was also, I've talked about it on this show before, and I have a poster of it somewhere around here.
Oh, yeah, we were talking about our video games, right?
Yeah, the name escapes me right now, but it was a basketball version of it.
Okay.
I swear to God, I have it. Where is it? Doesn't matter.
We'll find it.
But yeah, Bill Laimbeer. And then the last one, which is kind of more of a bully than a villain, but he is the bad guy in this movie. And his name is Matt, and he is in the movie Encino Man.
Okay, yeah.
He goes, shoosh, he's that guy. And then he was also in Wayne's World,
Yep,
too, so
yep.
not as a villain, but he's the villain in Encino Man, and I thought he was a great face you want to punch, you know what I mean?
Robin's an underrated 80 or early 90s babe we've never talked about. The girl from that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's not bad. Not in my
I think
top,
she was also in PCU, actually. We were talking about that.
not on my top list, but
Okay. Well,
yeah. All right.
All right.
Top three favorite villains.
So
now.
favorite villains.
However, we're gonna do favorite villains.
Okay. So
Go ahead.
I'll start with AJ Przinsky.
There he is.
Guy helped us get a ring in Chicago, and like I said, I think it probably would have been maybe if him and Barrett switched spots, might be a different story, which one I hated, but these were the two catchers for the Chicago teams, obviously. And AJ Przinsky obviously just went down as one of those guys. Love him if he's on your team, hate him if he's not. So,
Yeah.
and I think he's I just love him too because he's still kind of ingrained in the White Sox organization. He should be a coach. I don't know what the hell they're waiting for, but
He just played with the Savannah
the
Bananas.
Yeah,
when
him,
they
Konerko,
played.
and Burley played.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And then they also did a boat dinner in Chicago on Lake Michigan. You could have had dinner with them,
Damn.
like on a
That would
boat.
have been cool.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
My number 3 is a guy named Derek, and he is played by Adam Scott in the movie Step Brothers. He is such a asshole.
It's hard watching that and then watching Ben Wyatt and being like, which one is he in real life?
Well, and that's the thing. He's so good at being this jerk.
Yeah.
And he plays, to me, he's the villain of that movie.
Totally.
But yeah.
Catherine Hahn's wife, right?
Yeah. And there's just so many lines. That movie is one of my favorite movies ever. If it's on TV, I'm watching it.
Okay.
To this day. I love Step Brothers. It's just fabulous cast. Will Ferrell. The scene at the end when they're singing. I mean, every scene. It's a fantastic movie, and Adam Scott is great as I mean, it's not villain, but it's like an asshole.
No,
so.
you could call him a villain.
Yeah,
100%. Yeah. All right, my number 2, you brought up his assistant last week when we were talking about our top gays. This is Montgomery Burns.
Oh.
Who was Homer Simpson's
Solid.
boss. And just a guy who doesn't give a fuck about anyone but himself. And one of the funniest things about this character that I love is like how he's immune to every disease.
Yeah.
Like, did you ever see? Yeah, they basically, it's like things.
But he's also so weak.
Yeah. One of my favorite things is when they're bowling and he puts his hand over like the thing and his fingers just bend backwards and they're just like. But yeah, just like the voice is iconic and everything, and yeah, like I said, that one where they're trying to figure out like what disease he has or whatever, and they find out he's got like all of them,
Yeah.
but they just kind of combat each other, and
just great decades of like hilariousness. Yeah. Good call on that one. I didn't even think of him. My number 2 fictional character, but Dr. Evil.
Nice.
Throwing Mike
Hell
Myers
yeah.
on this list. Dr.
Hell
Evil
yeah.
was just hilarious.
Yep.
Austin Powers. They got worse as they went along, but he was always pretty solid in those movies. Big fan. I gotta go back and I gotta watch Austin Powers again. That's gonna be. I'm putting that in like the Borat list.
Okay.
Where I gotta go because I know there's so much good stuff that I've forgotten.
yeah, good stuff. All right, my number 1. Wow. This is kind of a generic one, but it's still the character It, just from that lore. And I say the character It because Pennywise is just a version of it.
Yeah.
What I love about this character is that it's become whatever your worst fear is. So like if you hate Dracula, it'll kill you as Dracula, So and obviously just the iconic clown Pennywise, one of my favorite clowns, I guess, after
That's good.
the guy up there.
It's like a classic villain, and it is just terrifying.
Well, and that's the thing about it though, because so many people, if I'm just like, oh, the villain from It, they'd be like, oh, Pennywise, and it's like Pennywise is just one of many versions, but that's the most popular one because in the book, I mean, all the Universal monsters, he kills like one kid as the creature from the Blue Lagoon, like literally just tears his fucking head off. Like, it's a very violent book, but yeah, that character, I mean, like, also female, by the way. Yeah, which a lot of people don't
sense.
know. Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense.
Ripping
now.
heads off just like the praying mantis.
Oh, Goff, anti-woman. Pass it on.
Sasha. We call him sexist Sasha around here.
Sexy Sasha. Pass it
Sexist
on.
Sasha.
My number 1, and this is recency bias. So it's a TV show that has obviously been on recently, but this person did such an amazing job as a villain, but you kind of like him.
Okay.
From Severance, Seth Milchick.
Oh, that's a great one.
He is fantastic.
That's actually like, I hate to give you all the credit, but that's like exactly what I'm looking for here. Where a guy that you're like, he's the villain, but he's so fucking good and he's cool. And
if we were doing a big long list and I had to think back and stuff, maybe I could have come up with somebody else. But definitely in the most recent stuff that I watch, he's one that like absolutely sticks out.
Mm-hmm.
Season 1, season 2, I'm looking forward to the new season. He's just everything about him is like tense,
yes,
crazy, funny.
Yeah, you could see him really like unraveling in that second season, like he's just losing control.
Yes, yeah. When
and
he
like,
snaps on people, which is rare,
Yeah.
and you're like, oh.
Well, we talked like the part with the marching band that was just like kind of crazy, but yeah, after he does that one interview we talked about, and then he just fucking runs out of the room. It's so good.
Hilarious.
It's like, what the hell is he doing?
Yeah, so that's my number 1, Seth Milchick. Other villains I have on my list, I have Daniel Stern. Wait, is that who you just said was in?
Yeah, from Home Alone. He is Marv.
David Stern is who I'm thinking. The former NBA commissioner.
Gotcha.
Who's a villain who, some people will say Tim Donahue, the referee, who was like gambling against the NBA. I don't know. Whichever one cost the Sacramento Kings the chance to play for the NBA Finals, that is a villain.
True villain.
Barry Bonds is one of my favorite villains. I don't know why he's a villain. I think he's the greatest baseball player of all time. Everyone should respect him, and we should all be doing steroids.
You talked about that in your greatest or moments of greatness, witnessing it.
Yeah.
You said when he hit the homer against the Sox.
Best things I've ever seen. I'm not a baseball guy, but
Yeah.
absolutely love Barry Bonds. Christopher Walken and Rob Lowe, both as the villains in Wayne's World 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Regular, one after another. And then here's a stretch, but Marcy from Married with Children.
That's good.
is
No,
kinda-
that counts. Absolutely.
So those are
I think
my
anyone that is like an adversary to the main
Yeah.
characters. So
Yeah.
one other thing, speaking of Christopher Walken in Wayne's World 2, the part where Wayne's trying to break up the wedding, and I love when he drives through the tunnel and the music stops for
Oh,
a
yeah.
second. I don't know
Yeah.
why. It's just such a good detail that like.
Yeah, there's so many of those little things.
Yeah,
which is
and,
great.
Cassandra. Oh, sorry, it's the wrong wedding.
The fight scene, by the way, between him and Cassandra's father in
Yeah.
Wayne's World 2 is amazing.
Oh, it's been a while, but
He's got the sword and he's going like
Yeah.
this, and then he cuts his pants up, and then the sword hits the wall, and Cassandra goes, "Aye."
I remember that.
And I use that in daily talk. I'll
Yeah.
go like, "Aye," and that's where it's from, and I didn't realize it until I just watched it recently, and
That's
I was like,
awesome.
"Oh my god, that's Wayne's World has affected me in a horrible way."
No, that's a great one. All right, my potent notables, Omar from The Wire. That's the one I was kind of asking you about before we started recording. It's like, did these count? And his character on that show, he literally like robs drug dealers and just kind of like
Okay.
disperses the money like in the hood. But he's an awesome character. Actually, he was gonna be on last week's list because he's a gay character. He's awesome. Jeremy Jam from Parks and Rec, played by John Glazer. I had to throw him in there. Now there are so many different villains in that show. If you say just because again, it's people who are in conflict with Leslie Knope, and she's always in conflict with
Yes, like
someone.
the citizens of that show
Yeah,
are
they're all
villains.
basically villains. But yeah, Jeremy Jam, and I got to get back to Delocated, which the show
yeah.
you told me about. I
Yeah.
watched like 2 or 3 episodes, and I got really excited, and then it fell off. I just forgot to keep watching.
They're great because they're all like 17 minutes long
Yeah,
or 12
but just
minutes. Or
a
whatever.
family and witness relocation that's also in a reality
On a
TV
reality
show, so
TV
they have to
show.
wear ski masks.
And their
It's
voices
brilliant.
are modulated. And,
Yeah. And then my final favorite villain, it's actually Gunnar Stahl and Team Iceland from the Mighty Ducks 2.
Solid.
Awesome villains. And yeah, Gunnar Stahl. Like I said, he's actually in the 3rd movie too, that actor. When they're back, it's when they're in college. And like that's the move they have to play against like the seniors or something. But he plays like the villain kind of.
That's a
in
good
that one as
villain
well.
name too. Gunnar Stahl.
Gunnar Stahl. Yeah. Hell yeah. So
Solid.
that's it.
All right, well, let's pick next week's topic here. You got to help the bucket. We haven't fixed this. I got to get maintenance on this.
All right. One of these days, Namor the Handsome will help us.
We're going to have a little scene change over here. I got to get this TV out of here. It's a big problem.
All right. This one's for you, my friend.
Uh-oh.
We're doing our top 3 stand-up comedians.
Oh, all right. Easy. So top 3 and bottom 3.
Yeah, top and bottom.
Favorite and least favorite stand-up comedians. Let's burn some bridges.
I think we're going to have a lot of potent notables for this one.
Sounds good. We'll see you guys next week.
Later.
Eat some potato skins.
Woo!